So today, guys, I'm gonna be giving you guys the beginner's guide to invaded missions. As you guys can see, I have completed the invasion successfully disrupted. I got the max amount of points you could get is 3. You can get 1 to 3 points for every mission. You can run each mission 2 times. So total of 6 points for one mission and total of 6 points for another mission. Now the video you're gonna be seeing is from my live stream. You guys can see we are doing the first invasion mission, the Caligo, and this one is pretty easy compared to the other one. Now to do this, you wanna do infiltration mission. You'll see this symbol that pops up says Agna Desert, and then you'll see here, you wanna make sure you click disrupt invasion, and then you have to do this solo. So this is something you have to do solo. At the top, you can see if you guys want to get the max amount of points, which is 3, you have to beat it within 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Now, if you want to get at least 2 points, you have to beat it within 7 minutes and 58 seconds. And then 1 point is 30 minutes. What I will tell you, if you guys figure it out before you guys complete it, restart the mission, go back to Albion, and then start the mission again. Now, this first mission, what you want to do is you want to get on this ledge right here, and you're going to see a door to your right that's going to have 3 colors. I can see yellow, red, and white. Now, what you need to do is match this up with the platform that is underneath you. So we'll be looking for yellow, we're looking for white, and we'll be looking for red. Once you stand on this, that door will open. Now, the colors are going to be matched below, right? So we need red, yellow, and white, and then you just have to look for it. As you guys can see, we have all 3 of them right here. Now, I will tell you, if an enemy steps on it after you unlock it, right? Well, you'll have to come back, kill that enemy, and get it. So once you see this beam, you can go to the next one. And then once you get the next beam, you go to the next one. And that's all you have to do. This one's very easy to do. They unlock pretty quick, so you just go over it. Recommendation, have a Descendant that is a little bit good at offense, AoE, and even a little bit of defense. That way you survive. Boom, it was that quick. Once you do that, you can head to the next area, and it was that fast. So this part may be confusing the first time you do it, but then the next time you do it, you should be able to get better and better every time you do these types of missions. Now, once you get to the next room, it's going to be the same thing. Room 2 is going to have the door that's going to have the 3 symbols that you need. There's going to be a platform at the top. So again, you should see the little diamond directing you there. So just grapple up there and you can see it. We need red, purple, yellow this time. So we see yellow, we see purple. We're like, where's red, right? So red's going to be to our left. So again, what you want to do is just go on these, grab them. As you get them, you're gonna have to clear out some of the ads. And remember, this is solo, so that's why you should have a build that you can at least fight some enemies from distance. Hopefully you have a decent skill build, or maybe you have a good glade that has some survivability. You really just have to play this yourself, and then hopefully you guys can knock this out. I use Ultimate Fiesta, she is my main, and it was a cakewalk. The hardest part was figuring out these mechanics, but again, super easy. You just get on these little platforms. It will automatically trigger. As soon as it triggers, it should open up. Now, if it doesn't, that means somebody's on it. You can see I have a red symbol. He's on my platform. So I have to like get him off of it and then re-trigger this so that way we can unlock the door. So just something for you guys to keep in mind when you guys are doing these, that if an enemy does get on your platform after you already have it, well, then you have to re-get it. And that's it. So that is room 2. So again, very easy. This isn't hard at all. Like I was explaining to you guys, a pretty easy one. Now, the final room is always going to be the boss room. So you usually have 2 main rooms and then a boss room. Now for this one, you're going to see the boss with the little circle over his head, and it's going to be a color. If it's red, well, you need to stand on the platform that's red and then shoot it till it explodes. Once you explode the little barrier that's his ball, then you just have to do pure damage on him and finish him off. You guys can see it took us about 3 minutes and like 40 seconds. I used my skills. If you have Enduring Legacy, I highly recommend pulling that bad boy out, because that is honestly one of my favorite guns to gun down enemies, especially these smaller bosses in these dungeons. Works great, and that's it. Now, when you complete this, you'll get the reward, and it should give you 3 items for Haley, and you'll have to do this every week. Now, you could do this mission 2 times, and then you could do the other invasion mission 2 times. So let's go to the other one. So the other invasion mission is the chapel. Now, I will say this one is a little bit worse than the other ones, especially if you go in blind and don't have no idea how to do this. That's why I did this video, because hopefully you guys watch this video and you have a better understanding of how to complete this. So the first area you get into that locks you in is going to be this area that has these pillars that you see in front of me. Now, what you need to do is shoot these off. You can see there's 4 of them. It starts from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you look at this right here, you can see 4 screens. So at the very top is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you ever see a symbol in there, that symbol is gonna be corresponding to something you need to pay attention to in just a second. So remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a symbol that will be in there. Now, roaming around, you'll see these little drones that have these symbols on there. So these symbols appear in those blank spots that you saw earlier, and they'll be in 1, 2, 3. Now, if you look closely to the symbols right above my character, they also have dots. So 1 dot means it will be at the top. 2 dots mean be in the second one, 3 dots in the third slot, and 4 would be at the bottom. So that's how you pair it up. When you find those pillars, you need to find at least 2 of them, and then you know, okay, you go and find these drones, and then you know, okay, this is the drone I need to interact with. When you do that, you'll get a gun. So let me show you this in action. So we got to our first pillar, and you see we're shooting. Okay, we see a C, right? It's backward C, but it's in the third spot. So that's what we have to look for. Now we click here, we're shooting, and we get a mushroom upside down in the second spot. So I'm looking, oh, mushroom second spot, C third spot, this is it. So I interact with it. Once you interact with it, it's going to explode and drop a weapon. Now this weapon, you're gonna take all the way to these things that say A, B, C, and you're going to shoot them, right? Now you're gonna have to do this at least twice, at least that I know of, because after I shoot it 3 times, it blows up 1 and you only get 6 shots. So then you shoot it again, and then boom, once it blows, you'll have to do the same thing that we just did again. And same thing, you'll look for the pillars, you just shoot them until you find more pillars. We have C at the bottom right there, easy one for us. Now we know that there's not gonna be any more at the bottom, so we just keep going around. Now at the same time you're doing this, you're gonna have mobs of enemies coming for you, so you always have to pay attention to those enemies. The great thing about Viesa is because I have Frost Roads, I'm running around and it's doing damage to them. We go a lot of blinks right here. We're still looking for our second symbol. We know C's at the bottom and we're trying to look for another one. Okay, so we have a little goalpost right there at number 3. So we're looking for the goalpost, and then we're looking for C. Number 4, it's not there. We're looking at this one back here, and it's not this one. So then we know, okay, there's only 3 of these. It has to be this one. We interact with it, we fend off these enemies, and then it should drop us a gun. Boom, it worked. So there we go. That is the first room. Very easy. All we have to do is destroy the door. You shoot the door, shoot it right in the eye, and that's how you do room number 1. Now there's one more room before we get to go fight the boss. We'll do the boss room, right? And that is where we're headed to now. It's the same concept that I just showed you in the last one, so I don't have to really explain this one to you guys again. Highly recommend make sure you replenish your supplies before you guys go in there. It's gonna help you because there is a general rounds modifier on this one, and that's why you'll notice you probably don't have a lot of ammo in this one until like you kill some enemies or you replenish your ammos. So you're gonna be looking for the pillars. I typically like starting with these pillars in the back right here, just in case I get lucky and see something, because man, it's just, you have a little bit of cover here. You're not getting shot. The enemies will be shooting you. So these are always a good spot. And you can see we actually got the mushroom at spot 3. So we saw the mushroom right there. I like to make up names for these. You guys can call these whatever you guys want. And then we're just looking for one more. So we know that we got the 3 already, right? So we don't have to worry about that. And then we got C at number 1. So mushroom 3. Then all you have to do is look for the right drone, right? Once you find the drone that has your symbol, again, very simple, just interact with it. And sometimes you have to check all 3, as I did here, boom. So there we go, we interact with it. We just try to fend ourselves. As soon as the drone does explode, all the enemies will disappear, so you don't have to worry about them shooting you. And then you can just focus on shooting the door. So again, you're gonna have to do this 2 times again, just like I did in the first room, because 3 shots destroy 1, then you just keep doing this over and over, and boom, there you go. Now you have 1 more, and we'll just have to do the same thing in this room. And again, the enemies do start to spawn a little bit more, and I will tell you, a boss does come out on this round, so if you're not fast enough, you may have to fight the boss. If you're fast enough, you don't even have to worry about it. And did you guys see what I did? I took my own advice. I went to the back pillars first, because if I could get lucky, like right here, mushroom is gonna be number 4, so we already have the 4th slot, and now we just have to find the other slot. And then we have field goal at number 3. So field goal post is 3, mushrooms number 4, and then we just have to look for it. Once we find it, we interact with it. And remember, there are only 3 drones total. So if you see 2 that aren't the one that you're looking for, 100% it's the other one, so you can just interact with it right away, as I found out. So again, I'm just gonna interact with it. I have to worry about the enemies shooting me. But again, because I have Frost Roads, VS is my main. If you guys wanna see the build that I did use for this one, I will show you. You guys saw the boss almost came out and almost got me. But what did I do? Since I already had interacted with the drone, it blows up everything and it makes all the enemies despawn, so then you can just focus on the door. Now this next area is the boss area. It's kind of the same concept, but the great thing about this is we only have to mess with one of the drones once. Once we do that, we should have enough DPS. Well, hopefully you guys have enough DPS to gun down the boss. Just make sure you grab some ammo there. And there is one pillar back here, so recommend checking this, see if you get lucky. You can see we have the one item right there. So we already got one symbol, right? The socket symbol. And then we go up here, we're looking for the next one. What I like to do, since I have the I drop a blizzard there, it kind of kills the enemy, and I just look for the other ones. Hopefully I get it here, and we didn't, so it sucks. Sometimes you don't. Now, there are 2 pillars in the back and then one at the bottom, so I typically try to grab this one up here, depending on where the boss is, and just looking. I already know the 4th one is the socket, I just need to know the other one, and then the upside down mushroom is number 2. So upside down mushroom number 2, and then the socket number 4, this is it right here. So at this point, you just want to try to survive. If you do die, it does make you start and you're gonna lose so much time. You can see we're on really good time. We have so much time. Now, once you get the gun, all you need to go do is shoot the boss. Just go shoot him, and it's gonna be shooting symbols at him like it's breaking his armor, right? It's not hitting for a lot, but you'll see like the symbol that it breaks once you shoot him. Boom, there it goes. Once you break him, just put the damage on him. Now, if you guys have the Endure Legacy, highly recommend switching to that, because that thing eats through this boss, especially if you have one fully built out. And we just shredded him, just like eating him away. You can see his armor just disappearing. Plus, I dropped a blizzard on him, and that's kind of what I used to get 3 points every time I fought him was with this weapon. Use your skills if you have some. Whatever you need to do, finish them off, and you should be able to finish them off in one phase. If you don't do enough damage, you'll have to do another phase. And that's it. That is how I was able to get 3 points for all of the invasion missions and for this one. And if you look real quick, we'll go check out the stats. Just so you guys, it took us about 6 minutes, way under the time, and we got 3 Haley materials that we needed. And hopefully this video helps you guys knock out the invasion missions for today. And if tomorrow's missions are really tough, I'll do another video for you guys. If you guys drop me a like, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, Nothing But Skills is out.